Hello, hi, good morning. We're in a rush, but I have a class this morning. We have a class this morning at 7:30, so I have to leave out at 6:30 so that I can get there. By the time I get there, cool down and all that. And this would be like my last week of Gen Surge. Next week we'll be moving on to ENT. So I'm just rushing, packing up everything and trying to make sure that I have my book to be signed, which is this book that my school gave me. I got my pen, my tablet, this book that I use to write, earphones because I can't leave this, pen, all that there, and yeah, that's it. Right. So certain days during the week are clinic days where we go down to the clinic and we stay there with the consultant, and we might take a history from a patient, do an examination and present that history. But today we actually have a class with the other UE students, and I think this class was on diverticular diseases, which was really interesting. I'm so happy that we got to read up before, because sometimes we don't get a chance to. So usually Doc would have us sit in a semicircle and he would assign a question to each of us. So the first person will be asked, okay, could you define diverticulosis? And then after that, the second person might be asked the risk factors, the etiology, and the third person might be asked the clinical features, and that's how we just go around bouncing questions off in order. And so everyone gets a chance to speak and it flows.
Here, this is the sigmoid and it's on its messenger, right? The vessels come in here. You have 3 tenae, which is the contraction of the outer longitudinal muscle into 3 bands, right? 2 are anti-mesenteric in location, 1 is mesenteric. So you really won't see this one so well. So 2 anti-mesenteric you'll see, right? The vessels that supply nutrients to the bowel runs on the surface and they enter right there at that point. That's what Ravana was saying, right? Mm-hmm. Right on the mesenteric border of the anti-mesenteric tenae. And so that's the anatomical weak point. And so that's most likely where you're going to get your diverticulum bulging out from. Okay? Because that weak point is where the mucosa will likely just protrude outwards. Right? And that's where you get your diverticulum. Right? Classification which I should have started with is what? You can't tolerate stuff, you clearly need to admit that patient. Patient, however, as well, they're able to tolerate fluids, maybe just mildly dehydrated, having mild pain, low-grade fever, not toxic looking, then you can...
So right after meeting in the clinic to do that class, we decided to go to the operating theater instead of staying in the clinic, because, too many students would be at the clinic that day. So, you had to pack up. So, yeah, this is us. Well, me. You can't really see me, but Rav is also there. Yeah, we were getting ready and we forgot our scrubs, so we had to wear the scrubs that the hospital has there. This is the operating room, or one of them. We have more than one. Yeah, but I really can't show everything. But we're just watching a surgery here. It was really interesting because I was also watching a video on the surgery while there, because I didn't really understand what was going on. So I was learning while seeing it in real life. And then we left for urology clinic. Yes, urology clinic. So that's where we're heading, because on some days we like to go here to practice how to change a UCAT, which is like the urine bags that you see some people in hospital with. Or some people on the road, older people usually have them. Well, we've only really been there twice, but today was interesting because it wasn't just UCATs that day. It was more like UCAT and injections, and this one is called Zoldedex. It has a drug in there called gorasteline, if I believe correctly, that basically sends a message to the testes to stop producing testosterone because, well, testosterone feeds prostate cancer like how estrogen feeds breast cancer. And these are the UCATs, and every person wears a different size. So some wear 20, some wear 22, 18. It all depends. So I'm just showing you how they look. And yeah, we just took turns doing this. So I would do one patient and I do the next, and then probably a doctor do the next, and then it just goes around like that. So I'm actually at the hospital now, but not for like class or anything like that. It's a Saturday, but I just wanted to let you know that I learned a lot on this rotation, but I also felt like I could speak up more for myself. You know, like sometimes they would ask me a question or ask a question as I was trying to explain somewhere else during this video, and either they wouldn't know the answer or I was too scared to speak up. And so that's something that I definitely need to work on moving forward. It has been a struggle, and I feel bad about it every week, and hopefully one day I need to just practice how to just say it, just talk. Because I'm a talker, you know, but just not in the hospital setting, you know. Or when I'm not confident about something, then you won't hear me speaking up because I'm unsure of myself, and I don't want to continue being unsure of myself. But on this rotation, we learned a lot about, well, we saw a lot of hernias, breast cancer, a lot of infected diabetic foot. We see a lot of chest trauma, myiasis of wounds. Basically, if maggot infect somebody foot or whatever part of them. Some people just came in for surgeries to remove foreign bodies, or for prostate cancer or colorectal cancer or different kinds of cancer. So it's mainly that, but most of all, hernias. We see so many hernias every day. So yeah, so I'd say definitely read up on those, and I'll just insert a picture of like the things that you should read up on for surgery. Yeah. So I forgot to vlog as usual, but today's my last day. I'm just getting my book signed. My thing is, whenever I'm asked something, I might know the answer, but I just freeze up, and like my mind is saying, say it. But my body just freeze up, my mouth just freeze, and then it just let me know nothing. I actually know it. Or sometimes how they ask the question, it registered in my brain as, oh, okay, this is what they're asking me. So sometimes I cry about it. I cry. I don't care who see me. I just cry. I cry when I feel like crying, and just push through, because this is life. I have to just learn. So yeah, I got to scrub into a surgery today. I'm going to work some more. So I got to scrub into 2 surgeries that day, which was fun because I really don't have that much scrubbing experience. But here's a sheet of paper. This is what I can show you. This is what they'd use to keep track of all the instruments that they use in the surgery. So yeah. And also, I was leaving. That's all. I can't show that much, but It was really nice. I enjoyed surgery. Overall, I wish that I got to see at least one amputation. I just really wanted to see one for myself, but they don't do it. They do it at some weird times in the day. It's never when I'm there or when Rav is there, so we just never get to see that. But maybe before hopefully before internship we can see that. But yeah, I would say this is my third favorite rotation. I'd put it at that. Internal medicine is the first, my favorite. Then obs-and-gynae, and then surgery. But yeah, ENT is next, so we'll be doing that for I think either 2 weeks or 4 weeks, and then we'll move on to ortho. So I'll be updating you on that in a video. I might just put both of them together. So thanks for watching, and we're almost finished. We still have a year left, but we're almost finished, so that gives me hope.